Hi, everyone. Good evening. We are coming to you live from Harrisonburg, Virginia for Topic Tuesdays with Tim. Thank you for joining us. This is our 5th week of Topic Tuesdays with Tim. You can tune in with us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. to get the latest from the greatest, the VP of Student Affairs, Dr. Tim Miller. Tonight's topic is creative connecting. My name is Rebecca Barge.
And my name is Carson Lonnet, and we're excited to have you tonight. This is going to be a little bit more of an interactive night than we've had previously, and it's going to be lots of fun. And so if you are willing and able to, you can go ahead and put your video on. We will use the chat, I think, throughout the entire time. Once you hear directions, you'll get more on that. And then feel free to unmute yourself at any time throughout the night. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Tim, who's going to just get us started.
Well, hey, everybody. Well, yeah, we got all these non-video people. We'd love to see your faces, so hop on video if you can. So oftentimes I do a quote at the end, but I thought I would change it up a little bit and thought I would start off with a quote this week. So it's something that's been guiding my thinking I saw the other day. It's from good old Winston Churchill. So success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. So I'll share that and really why this resonates with me this week, because I know times feel kind of hard right now, but the truth is that things always get better. I know that failure only has power over you if you give it that power. So treat failure how it deserves to be treated, as a normal part of life, no different than tying your shoes, eating dinner, or succeeding at something. Give all your power and belief into what goes right and what lifts you up, and don't let failure be anything but a speed bump on the road of life. You know, when I think about the failures that we've all seen, the failures I've had in my life, every single one of those failures led to something better on the other side of it. And it's just an interesting thing. I think we let that stuff get in the way when we don't need to. And we can all figure this out. We can all do this. I'm really excited to be with you all tonight and every week. But we really have a great night, an even more special night than normal tonight. We have two great guests with us tonight. These two guys are two of my favorite people on the planet. And I mean that honestly. If I could have married them, I would have. But, you know, Jamie and I had already worked that out. I've had the opportunity to know both of them for, well, sadly, a very long time. And I couldn't be more impressed by what they do, but more importantly, who they are. You're on with two of the best people around who give of themselves to others at every opportunity. And tonight, they're going to take you on a little ride to a place called Extrovert Therapy. And so basically when this, and they'll maybe tell you the story, but for me, my understanding of this is when this whole coronavirus thing started, most of us were down, didn't know what to do, but these guys craved contact with their friends and decided to do something about it. So out of this passion to serve others, they created what you're going to get a taste of tonight. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. You can adapt some of what you see and hear into ways to stay connected with your friends, family, maybe not church, but your other groups of friends, and really stay connected with them. We did ask them to leave the alcohol out of tonight's event, so hopefully they'll respect that. And then also want to give you, stay hydrated. But I also wanted you all to know that we've decided to continue our gatherings every Tuesday night through the summer. So I hope you all will join us. We'll probably change the name and focus of this a little bit and give Carson and Rebecca equal billing on this, because they're really the heart behind this. So we're going to keep going through the summer. Hope you'll stay with us all summer long. So get ready. You're going to experience a great time with these two guys over the next 30 minutes or so. So I give to you J.R. Snow and Kevin Gibson. Thanks for being here, guys.
Woo!
Oh,
Thanks, man. I know, right? Then nothing like getting introduced and saying that it's going to be awesome before we've ever done a damn thing, right? Like that's always like the scariest thing of introductions, Kevin. Does that happen to you? Like people are like, and here is Kevin, right? Does that, I mean, yeah, it's awful.
And then you just drop a curse word like 5 words in. I mean, I guess that's the appropriate response. I'm not really sure, but I'll give that to you.
Kevin, it was a minimal curse word. It wasn't a major curse word. I mean, come on. These are college students. I teach high school. It's similar, right? You know what level you're supposed to be at. I don't have my alcohol. We're fine.
It's on the list, though, JR. It's on the list.
All right. I didn't know. Tim, I'm sorry. Things being recorded. Never mind. I'm fired. Put me in the waiting room. Hey, welcome to JMU Therapy. We'll call it JMU Therapy tonight. My name is JR. That's Kevin over there in the corner. I'm the artist formerly known as Tim. He's given me full rights to his Zoom account. So that's how much you know that he might trust me a little bit. I'll do a little introduction that Kevin can do his. I'm a double JMU Duke. Been serving and hanging out and loving this university for 25 plus years, which is crazy. Been living back in Harrisonburg for 15. And any chance I get to hang out and do something with JMU, I often say yes. And so it's great to be with you guys. Hope you all are doing well wherever you're at. You're supposed to be here in Harrisonburg with us, and we hate that you're not. But hopefully we'll bring a little bit of love and a little bit of fun to you. Like I said, I actually work in the high school education sector. I've taught a little bit at JMU, but for the most part, just try to hang out and be a dad and relax and enjoy the world. So that's me. Kev?
Yeah, I will follow what JR said and mention that Harrisonburg is not the same without you. My name is Kevin Gibson. I graduated from JMU in 2005, left for a little while, actually got a chance to work with Tim at George Washington University for a little bit before my wife, who's much cooler and smarter, and everyone that
better
knows
looking,
me and
all of it, yes.
can attest to this. She ended up getting a job back at JMU in 2008. She works over at UREC, and so she is even more sad than I am that JMU students aren't here because she doesn't get to go and see you working out at UREC all the time. And so we are officially townies since 2008, but love it here in Harrisonburg. I now have the opportunity to run my own company. It's kind of a hobby that spiraled out of control. We plan running events with a real emphasis on community and supporting local nonprofits and local businesses as much as we possibly can. So it's awesome to be here with you today. Fortunately, loved my experience at JMU, every bit of it. And stuff like this is the reason why, the opportunity to stay connected, even when you can't be together. So it's awesome to be here with y'all tonight.
Well, Kevin and I would both say at JMU was a place that we both were able to kind of like try things, right? And do things and start things and be a part of things. And so this is right up all y'all's alley. Obviously you're signing in and you're logging in, but we got that freedom a long time ago and we keep kind of moving forward. The history behind this thing, we call it Extrovert Therapy. It's kind of a closed circle of friends, both in town and out of town. Kevin and I were chatting as this Corona thing got started, and we were like, we're going to die, like literally going to die if we don't figure out a way to engage and interact with people. Because Kevin and I we are extroverted extroverts, right? We have to be filled by being with people. And if we weren't, it was going to be tough. And we said, you know what? I wonder if we could do something. I wonder if anybody will come. And both of us figured out, we're like, you know what? If no one comes, you and I get to hang out a couple hours a week, right? And if he and I got to hang out, we're good friends anyway. That seemed like the best thing. So we started this thing. We've got about 100 people on our list, like I said, and any day that we're in there, I don't know, 20 to 30 people are hanging out with us. And Kevin and I just kind of create some fun. And so we try to create some fun for you tonight in a similar way that we do Extrovert Therapy. And so we're going to do some of the games we play, but it doesn't work unless you guys are all in. So I see some good smiling faces and people ready to go. Rule number one is very simple. We use the chat. You should put things in it because we look at it. When we play this game, we keep everybody muted, much like you do lots of Zoom. And people jump in and out. But man, if you got to say something, it's great fodder in the chatter. So put it up in the chat and use it. It's a great work for us. We're also going to use some other tools of Zoom so that, again, if you want to start with this with friends or with folks from JMU that you're missing on, we would do that. So we're going to take you through it. Kevin, should we go? Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, let's do it. So go ahead.
All right, here we go. We start every Extrovert Therapy with Would You Rather. So this is your first Would You Rather. This is a poll. It's in the Extrovert Therapy piece, or excuse me, in the Zoom piece, and we use it every day. So we always start it out. So yeah, Would You Rather? Kevin, take them through it.
Yeah, so I'm dying to know your answer to this question because I have very passionate feelings about it. So the first question, if you can't see it on your screen here, is would you rather only be able to eat at D Hall for the rest of your life, so you get to choose that option, or you can only eat at Chick-fil-A for the rest of your life? And JR, I know how I feel and where I sit on this one. Where you at, man?
Dude, there's no question, right? And again, I'm way back. It's D-Hall all day long. I'll take it with the dash. It's all inclusive, right? As long as I know I can get somewhere, I'm all right. And again, it's been upgraded since we spent some time at Madison, but I definitely have continued to eat there at D-Hall. So I'm a D-Hall guy. I assume, Kevin, you are the same.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, there's no question on this one for me. Plus, I mean, I guess maybe I don't have all the respect that Chick-fil-A has deserved from the folks that are voting for that one. But I mean, I would say just the options. I mean, you got to go for the options at D Hall, right? Anybody who voted for Chick-fil-A, are you willing to share with us a little bit about your rationale? Why Chick-fil-A over D Hall? Feel free to unmute yourself and share with us why.
Kevin, we got a bunch of JMU people on it. There may not be. I can't see the results. I don't know if you guys can. Again, we're using a new thing. You guys can see them. Were there Chick-fil-A people there? I can't see it. My goodness. Uh-oh. Jump in. Put it in the chat, or don't be scared to just shout it out. We're not gonna hate on you too much.
Well, I chose Chick-fil-A because I'm really picky, and so D-Hall just has too much. It's overwhelming. You know, Chick-fil-A, I got my 3 things: a salad, nuggets, sandwich. It's pretty basic and easy to go to. Like, I don't know, D-Hall's a little overwhelming. It's a little too healthy for me, so it's Chick-fil-A seems easier.
Go ahead.
I think Megan agreed with you on that. Megan, are you with her on that one?
Here's the thing, everybody. I don't really agree. I love D-Hall, but Elizabeth, I have this like maternal love over Elizabeth. So the fact that she was talking just made me really happy. So that was my reaction.
I mean, truly, that is what this is all about. So you're welcome to react that way anytime you want throughout this. And I mean, I gotta say, I agree, Elizabeth, with you on the nugs at Chick-fil-A. Like, you can't beat those things. Like, if somebody brings a platter of those things to a party, there's no doubt put the over under at 50 on how many of those I'm eating, and I'm sure I would take the over.
You know what? I think Sarah Welsh, she put it out perfectly in the chat, right? Sarah, dude, there's soft serve. Done deal, decision over. Sarah, winner, chicken dinner. I'm with you there. No, chicken dinner, no pun intended. That I am there with you for sure. That's a win. So that's good. All right, well, let's get to a more serious would you rather question. That one's kind of really tangible, but we got to talk about some serious business here. Hope you can see the poll because, again, I can't tell, but here's the deal. Kevin, take him through this one. Dr. Tim loves this question, by the way. It's a good one. We used it in Extrovert Therapy the other day.
Well, so we fixed it so it makes sense this time.
So we eased you in with the D-Hall question. We care a little bit about that, but what we really care about here at JMU Therapy is, would you rather fight a horse-sized chicken? So let's just get a picture in our heads of that for a second. I'll just pause for a second for you to think about it. A horse-sized chicken, so a massive chicken. Or are you fighting a flock of chicken-sized horses? So you've got hundreds of chicken-sized horses just doing whatever they do at your feet. JR, where are you going on this one?
I was strong the other day. The beak of a horse-sized chicken scares the crap out of me. Okay, that's all there is to it. I think that I can kick a bunch of chicken-sized horses, even if there's hundreds of them. I think I got a better chance. Maybe outrun them. I don't know. So I've kind of switched around a little bit, and so I'm going with that flock of chicken-sized horses for me. Kevin, where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, I think they just get kicked a lot. I mean, you just kick them a lot, and it's unfortunate for them. But I mean, one horse-sized chicken sounds equally scary to me, and it looks, from the results anyway, like everybody here agrees with us, and no one is fighting a horse-sized chicken. So, especially after all that conversation we just had about Chick-fil-A, you can't go that route now.
Well, we might be. I mean, if Chick-fil-A stays in business long enough, right, a horse-sized chicken, they're going to take them all, right? I mean, they're going to cook them all up. It's going to be, serving up all the week. Nuggets for days, Elizabeth. Nuggets for days out of a horse-sized chicken. So maybe we don't have to worry about them at all, Kevin, and we'll be okay.
JR, if I may, there were 2 really interesting things that just happened. One, I've never seen a face more focused than Carly's face during that process. She was very thoughtful about that question. And then I would like to note, Katie makes a really good point about if you pick Chick-fil-A, you go hungry every Sunday.
Oh,
I thought that was a key point by her.
I missed that.
That
Brilliant.
I think that's definitely a good call. I also appreciate, Megan, that I maybe didn't think through it well enough that I just was going to start kicking these things instead of befriending them. So I apologize. Thank you for calling me out on that. I appreciate it. Also, Carson asks about why we haven't talked about the egg size on that horse-sized chicken. So, and Tim's in on this one, saying they are definitely huge. They're huge eggs for sure.
Huge. They're going to be huge. They're the biggest eggs ever. Good. Well played. Again, taking it to a whole new level, Carson and Tim, they are true Extrovert Therapy fans, and they bring the whole noise. And that's why this thing works. Kevin and I don't have to talk the whole time. Neither would you if you hosted this thing. You depend on fantastic comments from your friends. So just continue to allow that to be a part of it. Kevin, should we go to the bracket? Is that where we're going to head?
I think let's hit the bracket. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, that sounds good. So we're going to give you a short version of it, but mostly so I can show you the tools that we're using. We missed March Madness. I'm a basketball fan, right? Like I was kind of devastated not to watch March Madness happen. So up at our Extrovert Therapy, we created April Absurdity. We did the best 90s bands, and we ranked 64 bands and took them through the 64 band bracket. My people, my good friends, people that joined me, hated my bracket so much, they created another one. And so they created actually another 16 teams. We're actually down in the final 10 right now. We're not going to take you through that too much. But what we are going to take you through is we're going to take you through some female artists and songs in the 2010 era. We knew we didn't want to get to the 90s. You guys were not alive yet. So we went to the 2010. So you've got 10 options, and you can vote for as many as you think are worthy here. I'd say, up to 5 maybe, and put it in. But this is what Billboard said were some of the top 20 songs by female artists in all of the 2010s, right? Tried to get a couple different multiple genres there, but I'll let you get a piece of that. Kevin hasn't seen these either. By the way, Kevin and I, we plan, but we don't plan because we like the excitement of new. So Kevin hasn't seen any of this. So Kevin, you're looking at the list for the first time. Tell me 1 or 2 that you're like, those should absolutely be on there. You are excited about them.
I mean, like, okay, so JR knows this because in our other bracket challenge, all of the hip hop artists got hosed. And so I'm picking all the hip hop artists every time. So definitely Nicki Minaj, Super Bass has to go through. Rihanna has to go through. I'm a recent fan of, this is not hip hop, obviously, recent fan of Lady Antebellum. I saw them on Songland, I think, the show. Does anybody watch Songland? If you do, write it in the chat box. Because I really I recently got into that show. And anyway, it's great. So I like them. So those will be the first few. I'm not a huge Britney Spears fan. Beyonce, obviously, you can never argue against Beyonce. But yeah, I mean that's where I'm at on first glance. Eric is asking what justifies a top song.
Yeah, great question. Again, we have those are good things to think about. I just took it off a Billboard list. It could have been trash, but I found it on the internet. It was the second thing down. I never choose the first one. That was some like weird random thing I never heard of. But I was like, Billboard magazine? I've heard of that. Let's use that list. So it's a Billboard list. Maybe it's sales. Maybe it's I don't know. And I'm glad that people. Songland is fire. I agree. I realize Lady Antebellum has men in it, but it has lady in the title and there's a female singer in the group. So I included them in the list. I was just waiting for somebody to trash me on that one. I would
like to hear from Katie. If Katie, you're willing to unmute yourself and tell us what do you think is the best song so far to come out of Songland?
Oh, listen, I don't have a best one. However, the show is great. Highly recommend it, but I don't have a best one for you today.
All right, that's fair enough. I'm a huge fan for what it's worth of and you can throw shade all you want at this. The Greenlight Jonas Brothers song is a great song. And
okay, that one is great. Jonas Brothers are fire always through all eras.
The Macklemore one I thought was really good too. But
there you go.
Anyway, sorry, JR. I've derailed your poll here.
That's right. Ruined my game like normal, you son of a gun. All right, here we go. So yeah, you never know where it's going to go. Kevin, because we're on the artist formerly known as Tim Miller's account, I can't see the results, unlike when I'm running this thing.
Okay.
So you guys can see the results. I can't. I'll have to figure out which top 4 are there, Kevin, if you want to give those to me. That
all
would
right,
be
so
amazing.
we got coming in, so we got some ties. Let's see. With 7 votes, we've got Carly Rae Jepsen and Rihanna. Coming in at 8 votes, Adele and Lady Antebellum.
All right.
And then the top vote getter at 9 votes is Katy Perry with Teenage Dream.
Wow, there we go, man. Huge. 9 votes, Katy Perry in the win there. So you could take this a lot of different ways. You could take it and create a poll to say, hey, what's the top? What's this? You could take it week to week like we've been doing to kind of continue to do it. And obviously you could pick any topic if your friends have stuff to do. For Kevin and I, it's been great. We've had content and we've actually heard from people like, hey, we don't want to miss a week because we don't want to miss out on voting. Like they are serious business about it. Also on the side, we created a Facebook group that was real private. Kevin and I had a lot of talk about, do we want to open it up or hang out? But we've got a private Facebook group, and we kind of post in there as well. And that allows people to kind of jump in when they want to post. And it's been good. Again, those people then take it to a whole nother level. Somebody posted, what was your first cassette? What was your first CD? And so there's been all these great connections. And most of our folks, I would say not most, what do you think, Kevin? 60%, 70% people know each other. They all have a connection to us. But there's a lot of people that didn't know each other at the get-go, and it's worked out pretty cool. And hopefully, I'm hoping when we get out of this, we're going to have a extrovert therapy party and bring the people down from Northern Virginia that are in it and Richmond and get them all in the house and have a good time. So that's what we hope for, to be able to do that. So that's something that you could do and be able to kind of make that happen. We'll give you one more poll here today. And again, everybody's probably doing a little bit of this right now, but I'm dying to know, what are you binge watching, right? I mean, gosh, the TV has to be on at home, right? I picked a couple things there that maybe you're binge watching, but other is also welcome so that we can figure it out. Kevin, are you binge watching any of these? I think I know an answer, at least one.
So if you weren't judging me enough already based on my Songland, my wife is big time into Love Island, and so we watch a lot of Love Island at my house. We just finished the season with the rugby guy, the guy who plays rugby with Amber was their name. So I won't ruin anything about what happened, but randomly big Love Island fan. Also happen to have a really good friend who's British, and so it keeps me in the quarantine. It keeps me up on my like British accent that I need to keep polished to hang out with my British friends.
Well, Kevin and I are in the same boat. I hadn't watched Love Island until last week, but I got to turn the captions on. I can't understand a freaking thing they're saying, like, at all, right? I'm like, oh, I get bugged off and this and that, and oh, what a cracker, and I don't know what any of that means. I mean, this is ridiculous. So trying to like watch it, you got to put the captions on. It's just absurd trying to watch that show, but I am totally like drawn in. I'm like, oh, what ridiculousness is going to happen next, right? Like Bachelor just fell off the earth as far as I'm concerned, because this show is way more. Let me end this poll and share the results. Kevin, what do you see, and what do we need to talk about?
So I think we got some talking to do with them about what they're binge watching. So the top vote getter was other. So if you were an other person, throw in the chat box what you're getting into these days for binge watching. Next up with the tie on 4 votes would be Ozark and Tiger King. So we got some Tiger King fans in the group. And then it's a drop down. The whole next level only got 2 votes, Parks and Rec, The Office, and then nobody else is getting into Love Island with me.
Just us, huh? Well, all right, what are you going to
do? What is Outer Banks? What is Outer Banks?
It's like a show about like teenagers who go, like, they try to find treasure in the Outer Banks. Like, I just grew up going to vacation in the Outer Banks. That's like kind of disappointing because it was filmed in Charleston, South Carolina, so like it looks nothing like the Outer Banks, but it's actually really interesting. And it's like, I thought it was gonna be like a rom-com, like summer romance movie, but it's like really cool, like treasure hunt type of movie, TV show.
Yeah. I also saw that you said One Tree Hill. Very quick side note on One Tree Hill. I was a hall director in graduate school at Miami University in Ohio, and one of the students that lived in the residence hall was this woman by the name of Kate Vogel, who ultimately ended up being in One Tree Hill. But while she was at Miami, I was her academic advisor, and she was like, hey, I'm getting these, she's a musician. She's a really good musician. She's like, hey, I'm getting these like offers to go open for Jack Johnson and some of these other things. Should I stay in school? And as her academic advisor, I did the only thing that was right, which was, no, you shouldn't stay in school. You should definitely go open for Jack Johnson. And then she ended up on One Tree Hill. So basically, you can thank me, Elizabeth Owens, for how great of a show One Tree Hill is.
You heard it here first. That's right. See, do you still keep in touch with that student, Kevin, since it was an opportunity to keep a great connection?
Yeah. What character is she?
She,
Mia Catalano.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just got to the season where she just got into it.
So yeah, I think
talented.
I didn't follow her a lot on One Tree Hill. And to answer your question, JR, I guess I'm a terrible long-term advisor. I do not still have a relationship with her, but I gave her the only advice I knew how to give, which was if you're being offered to go open for Jack Johnson, you in the short term should definitely drop out of school and go do it.
Kevin, no, it's no hate on that, right? It's hard to keep up with famous people. I was in a band with Jason Mraz, and that guy won't even answer my emails, right? Like, he won't even say hello to me when I call him. I'm like, dude, we played in a band together, dude. What's the deal? So no worries there. It's they get out of the real world, and we're just little minions in Harrisonburg. It's one of those
side note for everybody else on the call too. JR is a founding member of Madison Project, so you can have a discussion about that later and talk to us more about music if you want to.
100%. I appreciate that. Yep. One of those things that JMU let you try something when you didn't know what the heck you were doing, and yet it worked and it was fun. So there you go. Good deal. Well, hey, so polling, a lot of fun.
Rebecca wants you to prove it. Rebecca wants you to prove it.
Just you read? I had one solo the whole time I was in Madison Project. What do you want me to say? I say, there's a little black spot on the sun today. Yeah, that was me, right? As I had one King of Pain Sting tune.
They don't know who that is.
I don't care, Tim. See, here's the thing. That's what I sang, and I'm as authentic as I get. What do you want me to do? I'm going to sing some Carly Rae? No, I'm out. Get out of here.
Lady Antebellum, please.
Can we put him in the waiting room? Come on, man. Goodness gracious, the respect level at this place. Doctor, come on, man. It's unacceptable. Anyway, so yeah, polling. Hey, you can use it. Rebecca, thanks for letting me sing. And you should, because it creates some great discussion. But again, it's not as good unless the chat's alive. So I hope you guys are picking up on that. The chat's a big deal. It allows Kevin and I to look in there and let you guys kind of take some things at it, which is great. So polling's one thing we do. We also do some other things. So Kevin, I think we're ready to move to hot seat, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. This is something we've started to do recently. Actually, we invited the mayor of Harrisonburg is a friend of ours and really awesome woman, and she's so much fun, laughs a lot, is like all about the spirit of this kind of thing, about what we're doing, about trying to bring people together throughout obviously a time when we can't be together in person. And so we invited her to come on Extrovert Therapy, I guess it was last Friday maybe, and we just like put her in the hot seat. We were like, hey, we've got 6 or 7 questions for you. You've got 30 seconds to answer them, each one, and then we just started with it. And so we've continued on. We did it again on this Monday. It was equally successful, really funny. Again, it's like this kind of stuff where you can break the ice a little bit. Again, I'm not 100% sure in terms of like how you might want to use some of this, but this might be one way. So, as you probably expected, guess who's going on the hot seat?
Dr. Tim.
Dr. Miller.
Yes.
All right. So Tim, the rule is here. I've got 4 questions for you. You've got 30 seconds or less to answer each one, and we hope you know that you don't say damn 3 words in like JR did at the top of the call, and so we'll go from there. All right, you ready to go, Tim?
Yes.
All right, first question is, if you could add one celebrity to your quarantine, who would it be?
Oh my God, that was like out of nowhere. Because I
welcome to the hot seat. It's not the lukewarm seat.
Up,
it's
baby.
the hot seat.
It is heating up.
Cold seat. Come on.
No, it's like the random seat because I live by myself. It's like I would take anybody at this point in this house. I don't want a famous person because then they're not going to hang out with me because they're going to be do this with all these other people. So I would say, the cheating answer is I would say my wife because it'd be good to actually live in the same house. Yeah, I'm going to just stick with my first answer. She's a celebrity. She's more famous than I am. So.
All right. Sounds good.
She asked me to text her your answer, so well played. Nice job. So it's good.
Well, it was funny. So last week after we finished our call, the Carson and Rebecca and I do a quick wrap up after, and Jamie heard what we were talking about, and she like came in where I was and started talking, and about like a minute in, I realized they would all like me to leave now. So like they would rather spend the rest of the night talking to Jamie than me, and I almost did leave, but I felt like I'm the host. I'm staying here.
That's awesome. All right, next question. You're on the hot seat. Any unusual or fun habits that you've started over the past month? So we've been in quarantine, like any weird habits you've picked up?
Well, I'm going to see if you can see this. So I've been watching Lego Masters.
Oh, yeah.
And if you wonder how my brain works, I've actually used all my Tupperware to separate the Legos I bought recently into different segments so that I can have them so they're easier to build the things I decide to build. So this whole thing is that. So Legos is an old thing I brought back. I did puzzles and I still have one. You might have seen the puzzle in the background too. Puzzles felt a little too constraining. Like you got to put things where they're supposed to go, whereas Legos, I could put them wherever. And I think that Boone is my spirit animal from Lego Masters. So I really kind of want to be Boone when I grow up. For those that didn't watch it, totally do it. It's totally worth it. So I'm trying to figure out how to be Boone. So don't tell my wife, but I have another 900 piece set of Legos coming tomorrow. Because I need to add some more parts, but I'm not buying any kits. I'm buying like loose things so I can just like do it. And I also bought a new organizer because I need to put the leftovers I have back in the Tupperware. So I have an organizer coming for everything too. So yeah, Lego is definitely a thing, but I'm not very talented at it. Like I literally built this right before the call. It's like I remember building something better when I was 6. So I'm kind of a fail, but you know. I gotta get back into it. Legos are different. You know, there used to be 4 types when I was a kid. There was like the 2 pieces, the 2x4s, and like the 1s, and that was it. And now I've got like 6s and 14s, and so yeah, Lego's smarter than me, but I'm trying to get as smart as Lego soon.
So Boone definitely should have been your answer to the first question, especially if you've got all of these Legos that are being delivered to the house coming up.
Yeah, but he would judge me because I'm still buying, like, again, I mean, the most high-tech Lego I have is like the 12-piece brown piece. So I think Boone would revolt and leave me. So Jamie's almost lasted 20 years, so I think she'd hang around.
Sarah, go ahead.
I was going to get to Sarah's question there, so go for it, Kevin, and then I got something.
I was just going to say, Sarah, I think, is asking a wise question here, which is, are you working hard or are you hardly working, Dr. Miller?
Well, Sarah, we all deserve time by ourselves in our homes to do what we enjoy doing, and I believe this is a creative outlet for me. I will note I am working hard. I didn't leave the office till 12:30 this morning, so I am at work a lot. I almost took a picture and said goodnight, JMU, but I figured all of you were already asleep, so it'd be kind of wasted on you. But I enjoy my time with either puzzles or Legos, but I appreciate the question.
Tim, just 2 points. We actually took all the Tupperware in our house and divided the Legos too for my 6-year-old son. So well played there. Second thing is for everybody, listen, this is an amazing time to reach out to B-level celebrities who might be able to join your call. Miller, but I just emailed Boone today. I had reached out to him Instagram direct, and he was like, you should join Extrovert Therapy. And he was like, yeah, I should. And so we're trying to get him on Extrovert Therapy. So note to self, everybody, now's the time to go for it because they're doing the same things we are. Absolutely nothing. So
right.
Get him into your call. That'll get some people on the call. There you go.
Right.
All right, so we've ignored the 30-second rule on these questions, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and move straight into the next one. I've got 2 more for you, Tim. The first one is, when things, quote unquote, open back up, so let's just pretend for a second like this isn't going to be a phased approach, but that all of a sudden it's going to be like the floodgates are open. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Complete honesty, I'm going to go to Texas Roadhouse and get a 20-ounce ribeye and a large Sam Adams and a baked potato and I get a salad too, so I feel better. And then despite all of that, I'm then going to still go to Klein's and get a double scoop of whatever they got. And I'm just going to then sort of just stand out somewhere in a very public place and eat my ice cream around lots and lots of people.
Oh, man, that's a great answer. Last question. We'll get you out of here on this one. What's your favorite emoji?
Ooh.
Oh, God. I did the whole thing where I'm sure there's like a technical term, I don't know, where you create yourself. That whole thing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this if I use it. But yeah, I have one of myself where my head's exploding. The other one that I really like is the face palm. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of meetings when I use the face palm with some of the people I text during meetings. So yeah, my face with no hair, the whole deal with a face palm is really one of my favorites. I use that. There's probably 4 types of meetings. I'm not going to say which ones they are because they might lose me my job, but where I'm always on my phone texting people to help me get through it. There's rarely a meeting that goes by in those 4 ones that at least one face palm doesn't get used.
Nice. Awesome. I like the mind blown one too. I think like when I discovered the mind blown one, I think that's a pretty solid one that was unknown to me prior to that. But Anyway, let's give it up for Tim being on the hot seat. Tim, you're off the hot seat. It's going to cool down for you the rest of the night. Thanks for being honest with us. And if you need somebody to join you for some Klein's ice cream, feel free to reach out.
I went today. It's a cookie crunch today.
There you go. If you need somebody to help you build Legos, I'll send my 6-year-old son over. Don't worry. We'll break all the quarantine rules so you guys can hang out. That would actually help us at our house because I don't have many more Legos I can build with him at this point after 31 days, but we're having a blast doing it.
I'm in.
All right. Well, listen, we got one more segment for you as we take you out of here in another use. Kevin, what do we call this segment again? I can't even remember.
So we most times call it quarantine quiz time, and you can't see my microphone here because I don't know why the lighting is so weird in this room, but I think my kids are being put to bed, so I should probably stay in here. Anyway, we call this quarantine quiz time. We've also at other times called it the quarantine competition. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put you in breakout rooms. So you've probably had some experience with these, but basically JR is going to break our group up into two. I'm going to come and chat with half of you and give you some instructions. JR is going to go chat with the other half of you, give you some instructions, and then we'll reconvene together as a group and play some fun games together. So you ready to get them into what's up with Katie? What do you think about breakout rooms? Give it to me. She loves breakout rooms. You're ready? Were you a frog, Katie?
No, unfortunately, it was not a frog. I didn't have the privilege of going to JMU for undergrad. I'm actually a grad student.
Nice.
Okay.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. So JR, you'll go ahead and send us into the breakout rooms and we'll see you there in just a second. You'll either see me or JR.
Yep. Your rooms are open, so you can head to those rooms. Everybody's playing. Tim, Carson, Rebecca, y'all are all playing. Jump in.
I think I'll need you to do whatever special you do for me, JR.
Yes, sir, I will. I want to make sure everybody gets to where they need to be. Carson, can you go?
I did not get a little thing to go.
Interesting.
Since I'm the co-host, you might have to pop me like you do.
I might have to. Here we go. Kevin, you're going to Kevin's room. There you go. Where are you?
Or I'll hang here by myself. It's fine.
Carson, I'll move you. No, you're supposed to be in my room. I'll leave you where you're at probably just for kicks and giggles in case somebody comes up. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you in a minute. There you go. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Carson, you're awesome. To have a producer during this show is amazing because, like, usually Kevin and I are like, admit, unmute, do that. So, yeah, that's Tim's got it made in the shade running a Zoom fun. So that's
That's
good.
my rule. I don't have to say anything, and I just do all the things. I usually have to manage the chat.
Cars, I will give you and Mark the trivia thing the other night was super fun, but
Oh,
holy
good.
cow, crazy. Like, I don't even know. You guys were working hard in your house. There is no questions asked. So that's a lot braver than Kevin and I just bullshitting our way through extrovert therapy. So bravo.
I unfortunately have too many introvert friends that need too much structure. That one question like that didn't go well. Mark was like, "We're gonna hear about that for days."
Oh man, no, it was good. It was cool to join. I know we were kind of like in the middle of things, but
Oh gosh, no, it's fine.
But I was a ton of people I didn't know. That was great. That was super fun. Super fun. Kevin, we'll see if we've given these directions right. When I say we, I mean me. I've screwed it up the last 2 times we've done breakouts, so we'll see if.
Oh, dude, no worries. It's easy easy to do.
Hope this is what you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I have a few of my students that are on this, and they're all and they're like, these guys are awesome.
Good. I'm glad they're liking it and glad they're enjoying it. There's a lot of laughter on faces in the group, which is cool. So
That's what they need.
Sure.
Stressful time.
All right. 2-minute warning. Type 2 people in the breakout room.
Oh, I've never tried that before.
Yeah, so I can broadcast that to both waiting rooms, right? And then the only way that they talk to us, they can ask for help is that's the only way they can communicate to us. The chat actually goes dead. So if you type in the chat, just for your future, they can't see it at all. So the chat's only alive here. And so these 2-minute warnings. And then I have it set up. I don't know what Tim's is. I have it set up as 30 seconds. After I close the rooms, 30 seconds, everybody comes back. So
got it. Very cool.
Yeah. To me, the breakout rooms are actually the key feature. This is what makes this, I think, better than WebEx, better than Google Meet, better than that. The breakout room is the big, and the polls, right? But it's the big definer for me and just the ease of use. So
yeah, no, I think that's neat.
It is. Our
friend Kuda, he's probably going to help us do this for the summer, and he's like just like loving every minute of it.
Good.
He's like, I'm honored. Can I be JR? And I was like, you can be you, Kuda.
You be you, brother. Don't be JR. It's not that good, really. Come on.
Yeah, but he's the one who saw you at Madison Leeds.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. All right, 1 minute.
What are they doing in there?
They have 3 games. Kevin, you want to explain that?
Yeah, so they've got like they've got a few words that they have to sort of work into the conversation when they come back. So like random stuff like Anderson Cooper or whatever.
Oh, like okay, like
and then it's basically a mixture of what we've done in the other group. So categories, we'll have a couple of them play categories, and then we'll have 2 truths and a lie, and then we'll have basically they have to work those words in. And I told them in my group that they would win Kleins from Dr. Miller if they were the first to
well, that's real though, because he bought people Kleins last week. So some of the people who are returning are like, that's real, and he will mail it to me.
Nice. That's
sweet.
Great.
Oh, no,
so we'll just have to keep somewhat of an eye on it there. For JR's room, it's popcorn, shrimp, tooth fairy, and squeegee. And for my room, it's Booyah, Fudgesicle, and Anderson Cooper.
Oh my gosh. I love being on the side of it. It's kind of fun to see.
It is. Yeah, it totally is. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Boop, boop, boop. I wonder how long he has on that close all rooms. I'll just do it after the 30 seconds here.
He probably doesn't have any settings on it.
Probably not.
I don't know if he's used breakout rooms before.
Oh, Sarah's back. She's ready. She's like, we're ready to do this. I'm going to close all rooms. There we go. 30 seconds and we're out here.
Welcome back, Sarah. We're glad to have you back.
Here come the teams ready to roll. All right.
Well, Dr. Miller feels good about his squad.
I know, man.
Feeling good about his squad.
He rolled in here all hype up. All right, Kevin, turn it over to you.
About ours.
let's hear what we got team names, and we'll start with those, right?
Let's do it. Who wants to share a team name with us?
I can share ours.
All right.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so my team name, we are the Girls Room. So if I watch the Amanda show, it's a reference to that.
Oh,
nice. Okay, the Girls Room.
Got it.
And then what about the other team? If you were not on the Girls Room team, what's your team name?
We are Team Fudgesicles.
Oh, good one.
What was that one?
Team Fudgesicles.
Oh, Team
Yep.
Fudgesicles.
Great
Okay.
summer treat.
Yeah, Fudgesicles. Good one. All right, excellent.
Perfect. That's from that other movie or something. All right, so
Good screenplay.
we're gonna first play the game with 2 truths and a lie. So each group should have had a representative who's going to present out on your 2 truths and a lie. So first, we will have somebody from Team Fudgesicles present out on your group's 2 truths and a lie, and then what we'll do when you're done is we'll have somebody from the other group, the corresponding group, the girls' room, will decide which one they think is the lie. So go ahead, representative from Team Fudgesicles.
Hi, that was me. Okay, so the 3 are I love Anderson Cooper. I've lived in 4 different states, and I come from a family with 15 cousins.
All right, so somebody from girls' room, tell us which one of these options you think is the lie. So will you just repeat those again really quickly for us, Carly, so they can be reminded?
Can we know who they're about? What person the truth and the lie are
Oh,
about?
it's me.
They're all about. This is
All
why
about Carly.
I like the approach there. So they're all about Carly. So Carly, if you'll just run through those again for us real quick.
Yes. I love Anderson Cooper. I've lived in 4 different states, and I come from a family of 15 cousins.
All right, Elizabeth, do you want to be the guesser since you were asking for the clarifying question, or does anybody else?
Go, girl.
You want to go, Rebecca?
No, Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess that you haven't lived in 4 different states.
Do I reveal or?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, that was the lie.
That's the lie.
That was the
Nice
lie.
job.
Well done. I mean, Elizabeth, way to pick that out. I don't know how you dialed in on that through the Zoom camera so well. What gave it away to you, Elizabeth?
It just was the most practically impractical one, you know. If that makes no sense, but it made sense in my head.
I'm impressed with your love of Anderson Cooper. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, who doesn't love that guy, right?
Yeah,
Come on.
Carly, I think that's the other thing. We needed some explanation, Carly, from your truths. Talk us through the Anderson Cooper thing, and then whatever the other one was, which I don't even remember now.
I mean, he's an icon, just an American journalist, you know. He's given us those stories. He's really he's just there for it, and how can you not love that?
It's true.
I love him now. Oh my God, great! I mean, the way that you just put that in my heart, I'm in. Thank you, Carly. Woo!
All right,
Woo!
so let's go representative from the girls' room. Representative from the girls' room, who's telling the 2 truths and a lie?
I am.
All right, Megan. Oh man, so that's it. Well, I gotta call it. Call it. Group. What was the name?
Fudgesicles, of course, the Fudgesicles.
So Group Fudgesicles succeeded in getting their 3 words in there, which were Fudgesicle, Anderson Cooper, and Booyah.
Hey!
Wow.
Impressive.
Cute. Is it? Do I pronounce it Cuda? Cuda, was that you that got the booyah in there?
Yeah, it was.
Well done. Were you? So was that a disgust? Like you were ready at that moment, or it was just your job at any time?
Well, we were gonna do it after whoever guessed incorrectly, but then Elizabeth guessed correctly, so we were all like, and then
oh man,
it was just time to let it go.
I got to give it to you, man. You rolled with it. Like you rolled with it. Well done. Your team, I just made this up a minute ago, but your team gets Klein's ice cream from Dr. Miller. Well done.
Yeah, well played. Nice job.
We're still going to continue on though. Megan, we want to hear your 2 truths and a lie.
Booyah.
That's fine. Also, everybody, just want to let you know, Sarah will you to Klein's because she has a gift card from last week. Everyone just call on Sarah. Call her up. Hit her up. She'll get you on Klein.
Nice.
Okay. So
Yeah, but I paid for that, so I'm still paying for it.
I can pay for my own Klein's ice cream with my Tooth Fairy money, so.
Nice.
Okay, very nice. Okay, also I really wish that they had popcorn shrimp flavored ice cream. Just like, okay.
Too late.
Sorry about that.
Never too late. Never too late. Okay.
I do want to. You guys do need to still work your 3 in into the conveversation. I'll take you to Klein's after you get back. If you guys can figure out a way to get them in the next 20 minutes or 5 minutes, or however long we got. All right, let's go, Megan.
Okay. So these 3 facts are about Jo. Jo, wave your little hand. There you go. Okay. So her favorite snack is peanuts. She has studied 15 years of French, and she also grew up in England.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go off the bat here before we ask for something. I think she's allergic to peanuts, actually.
Ooh, wow.
That was just my initial gut reaction. Let's get somebody from the Fudgesicles to go 2 truths and a lie. Pick the lie from Megan.
Wait a minute. I didn't get any hints or any insight. I just had to pick on my own.
Oh, Elizabeth, please do not listen to Kevin like he's a knowledgeable human in this game. He was just giving you a little bit of a thought. He has no idea.
I'm just saying.
Do you think I have any idea who Josephine Tuckley is? No.
I barely pronounce people's names, much less know who they are. Come on.
All right.
See how we spelled Rihanna? I mean, that was terrible. I think Sarah knows the answer to this one.
I don't think it's fair if I answer. I work with Jo, so.
Got it. All right. So let's go another person other than Sarah who wants to guess these from the other team. How about Kuda? Why don't you booyah into an answer on this one?
I mean, I can say it, but I also know Jo well.
Kuda knows me too. I was Kuda's pledge parent.
Yeah, that's my pledge mom right there, so I can say it, but I also do know.
Yeah, and so you're complaining, Elizabeth, about me giving away clues. Like, all these people know her so well, and I don't understand. All right, who doesn't know Jo, who wants to answer this question, who was on team Fudgesicle?
I'm going to go with peanuts. I'm going to trust Kevin for this time. And hopefully it doesn't turn on me. I'm going to go peanuts. The guy can't spell, but I think he's got this one nailed. So I'm going to say peanuts.
Yeah, I have a severe peanut allergy.
Shut the front door! Kevin Gibson! Dude, come on, man!
That was pretty good. Dude. I was not expecting anyone to get that.
Dude, wow. I knew it as soon as she said it. As soon as she said it, I was like, that's a lie. She's allergic. And I swear to you, Elizabeth, that I have never seen, or I've never heard her name before. I don't know anything about that. But popcorn shrimp for the win, I guess, on that one.
Wow. Impressive.
But even better, Kevin, she wasn't even the one that said it. You heard Megan say it, and you decided that it was a lie about Jo. I mean, that's some insight that I'm just going to have to bring you to the, I don't know, when we go betting or something, I got to let you pick a horse for me in the future or something.
As long as it's a horse-sized chicken, then we're good. All right. So congratulations, all of you, on your 2 truths and a lie. Again, that's in these activities, we kind of find that a fun way to my favorite part of that is it gives us a chance to call on people, again, thinking about if you were going to want to use this for something in the future or whatever, the idea to be able to build rapport with people that you didn't know before. As you can tell, 2 truths and a lie is a good way to do it. You get to ask tell us the story about the true stuff. You get to hear about the lies, or if you're a genius host, you can guess it and guess details about it, then that works fine too.
Well, and again, be creative. Know your audience, right? If everybody already knows each other, there's so many different directions and games in here, right, that you can go, and you just kind of got to think a little bit. How can it work on Zoom, right? What can we do that'll make it work this way? It's still a classic game, but it'll work here, right? And there's actually some stuff out on the web, but Kevin and I have been actually, I think, more successful with the stuff that's just been creative out of our minds and go, you know what? Let's give this a shot and see if it works. And it's usually great because of the people on the call. So.
Hey. Megan, well played. You did get beat like a squeegee.
Was squeegee one of your words?
It was.
Yeah.
Okay. Just impressive use of the term then, I guess.
Definitely.
That's well done. Well,
Oh,
so Carson and Dr. Miller and Rebecca, we can do one round of categories if we've got time. Otherwise, we can call it and answer questions. What's best for you guys?
I'm seeing some positive vibes from the group. I say we do it and then see what's going on. If people have to leave, they'll leave, and hopefully folks will stay and enjoy. So let's do some categories.
All right, cool.
We'll do one round. Sounds good.
So if you need to go, you can be slick like Anderson Cooper and just roll out. And otherwise, we'd love to hang out with you for a round of categories. All right, so who is the representative from Team Fudgesicle to play one round of categories?
Tara or Kuda, who wants it? Oh, Kuda, you got the point. It's you.
All right,
Booyah.
And then Team Girls Room, who's the representative to play categories?
No, really, don't jump in all at once. It's okay. You only had to pick two. Amanda's still trying to figure out what's the unmute button work. There we go. That a girl. You're in.
So we got Amanda versus Kuda here. We're going to go head to head. I'm just going to give you a category, and then we're going to see how long you can list things under this category. And so if you repeat, you're out. You get your Klein's card taken back, and you don't get to go to Klein's. No chocolate peanut butter for you. And if you win, then maybe you get another Klein's gift card. We don't know.
You get the special popcorn shrimp gift card. It's going to be amazing. Don't worry. We'll ask them to fire that up for when your kids come back. It'll be good.
Oh man, this is a My Mom battle. Are you guys
kids?
Kids,
they are kids.
Dude, I'm 44. That's all there is to it. Sorry, you guys. Love you.
I'm an old My Mom guy. I was in the first class of My Mom people, or I was in the first group of My Mom leaders. So excited to be in good company with you and make us proud here on the categories. All right, your categories. What year was that, Carson? That was probably 2004 ish. So yeah, 2004 probably. It would have been my senior year. I was a counselor that year, so I couldn't have gone through the program as a student or as a freshman undergrad. Anyway. All right.
I've never known, so we just wanted to know.
I think it's 04. I would say 03, 04. All right. So here we go. Category. This is for Amanda and for Kuda. Your category is states in the United States. And we're going to go Kuda first. Ready, set, go.
Virginia.
Do I just go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Jersey,
West Virginia.
California,
North Dakota.
Alabama,
South Dakota.
New York,
North Carolina.
Florida,
South Carolina.
Washington,
Texas.
Idaho,
Maine.
Indiana,
Pennsylvania.
Alaska,
Illinois.
Hawaii,
Iowa.
New Mexico,
Idaho.
Said.
No, said.
Already
There it
said.
is.
Oh no.
Idaho was already said.
22.
Man, I thought you guys were gonna really put us on the spot and go all of them, and then we didn't have a plan for what was gonna happen.
Territories would have been next.
Well, yeah, well done, Amanda. Congratulations on the win. Nice job, Kuda. Thanks for playing. Kuda's approach is the same as what mine would be, which was go for all the north-south ones.
Yep, straight up and down, right? Yeah, get all those done.
It was well done. And I think Amanda, you were representing the girls' room correctly, or correct?
Correct. And correctly.
And correctly, you were
Both.
you were representing the girls' room, correctly. Great job. Thank you guys for playing. JR, you want to take us into what we usually do for our last kind of segment, just for the fun of it here?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what we do, and we'll do it with you, and you can put it in there as we close, and then maybe a couple questions. But this is a weird space and time, and so it's important. Kevin and I are always thinking about how we're thankful, and so we always say, "Hey, what are we thankful for?" and pop it into the chat because we could actually find a lot of things that are really hard. But to be thankful is something that's really going to keep the spirits up. Kevin and I play this game Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We go 3 times a week with people. And so it's this reconnecting, and it's been amazing to hear what people are thankful for left and right. So Kev, it's Tuesday. You and I haven't talked today except for seeing each other in the neighborhood right quick while I was on a run. Tell me what you're thankful for today, man.
Yeah. So we've started this really fun habit with my family every day, basically around lunchtime. If Kristen, my wife, or I don't have meetings over lunch where we just automatically go for a 3-mile run and our kids ride bikes like next to us. And it's become like this amazing routine that we get into. And a lot of times one of us might either run a little more or hang out with the kids back if they don't want to go the whole way or whatever. But anyway, super thankful for more time with family, and continued exercise through the pandemic has been awesome.
Well, and again, for me, and you guys put that thankful stuff up in the chat because we'd love to see it from you as well. It's funny, mine has to do with running. I was sharing it before we got on the call. My 11-year-old and I, we did 3.5 today. First time she and I have run that far together and at a real pace. And she kicked my tail on the sprint on the end. And I was like, it's happening here. It's happening. My baby's growing up, but super cool to do that with your kid and have a part of that. So lots of high fives on that. And hopefully we're going to get a couple more in that. That was a special moment that, again, it happened in the middle of the day. Wouldn't be happening. I'd be at work. She'd be at school. And here we are trying to make the best of this. And it was a win for us today. So yeah, so that was good for us. Kevin, what do you see in the chat from Thankful? You're muted.
I muted myself earlier. Sorry.
There you go. It's our
First time Zoom user. It's my bad. It happens to the best of us. A lot of people thankful for my mom. So big shout out to my mom. Great organization. Thankful for tonight. Learned a lot. Look forward to trying it out. If you ever want to ask us any questions, obviously you can get our contact information from Carson or Dr. Miller. We'd be happy to answer any questions as you think about doing stuff. Thankful for great colleagues, for the JMU community, and Elizabeth, thanks for deciding to procrastinate and join us in this fun meeting. So we appreciate all of you being here with us. It was a lot of fun to spend this time with you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. And again, hope you guys are well. And we really do. Can't wait for you guys to get back to campus. It's eerie and weird, even from the outside driving by or taking a run through. And so we miss you all here in town, and best to you. Thanks again, Carson, Tim, Rebecca. Thanks for letting us come in. We appreciate it. You guys be good and keep well, and let us know how we can help as we move along. And
folks, if we can thank Kevin and JR for joining us, however you do that on Zoom, is that like sign language we're supposed to do, or, but we really,
thank you.
It's just a fun thing to do. We hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope you can translate some of this to your friends, family, but really appreciate their way of thinking about this and really bringing communities together. So I'm going to stop and let Rebecca intro next week's topic, preparing for finals, and then we'll wrap this up. So Rebecca?
Thanks. Hey, everyone. I want to ask 1 or 2 questions in thinking about next week's, last week before finals, and preparing and studying and being mindful about our week and what you need, what everyone needs to head into a week with a clear mind and lots of energy for the week. So if you have 30 seconds, right into the chat as well, what would be helpful? What tips and tricks do you think you need? What are you most nervous about for exams, especially as you wrap up this first virtual semester that you've had to do, and what resources, support would you need? So type any first thoughts that come to mind, and we will include that in for next week. And we have a few announcements.
Getting them.
Well, I'll fill in a little while you do that. So I think some of the things we're thinking about, folks, is how to help you with some stress management and all that. So we want to work on some of that next week, but want to hear what else you have on mind, maybe some mindfulness, meditation, those pieces, just to help you manage what's coming. So Carson, that was my stretch. Go ahead.
Thanks for the stretch. I appreciate it. It makes me nervous to try to find the present button on those slideshows for some reason. But actually, Joe Tuckley, I don't know if you want to hop on and talk about this. Since you're hosting this, I feel like that would be a great way. You could talk about it better than I can.
Yes, I would actually love to. So if you're free this Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m., please hop onto Zoom and come learn about convo crafting with me. So essentially the entire premise of this is learning how to have a difficult conversation within your home life, or maybe because your quarantine is like putting you in situations that you may not know how to have a difficult conversation with someone. And it really turns the difficult conversation into a learning conversation. And in order to learn a lot more about others, you have to actually learn why listening is more important than talking, which can be very difficult at times. So I kind of am going to be going through 4 main steps, and I'm really going to be focusing on the 3rd step, which is divided into 3 steps. Again, it's a lot of math. And we're going to go over how to craft an invitation for people. We're going to go over how to listen empathically, and we're going to go over how to say yes and not negate or make other people's feelings feel invalidated. So it's really fun. I'm going to try to make it as fun as possible. So please hop on if you want to come and hang out for an hour.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. I know it's going to be great. It's a really great tool. I mean, I'd probably be there just to do that with my husband. I know that this will be very useful for us as we go through, week 5 or 6 of quarantine? Yep. So appreciate that, Joe. That will also be shared on the Student Leadership Center's Facebook page, so you can get that link somewhere else. The next, there it is. Omicron Delta Kappa, which is ODK, will be talking through their Altogether One Award winners. These are winners from all over campus. And so although the ceremony was canceled, since we're not all together, they will be honoring those nominees winners sometime in the next few weeks. So just feel free to check that out. We have our last senior seminar of this semester talking about real estate and home ownership, and Scott Rogers will be talking about planning for the future. And so that is actually Thursday from 2 to 3, and you'll see that link there, and also the information will be on off-campus life. And then finally, Tim, I will let you officially just announce and say our topic for next week and our plan for the summer.
Yeah, so we're going to do some mindfulness and getting you mentally ready with a few guests next week. Again, we found that the guests have really been helpful in adding more to this, so we hope that you all will join us for that. I also just recruited a future speaker for probably the first session after graduation, which will be Jamie Jones-Miller, who will be joining us to talk about networking. She actually does a lot of presenting on this and is one of probably the best networker I've ever met. She just has made such a network within the Pentagon, within Capitol Hill. She's going to be the national president for her sorority this summer. She's the only one that was allowed to run, so she's in the bag. So, it's exciting to have her join us so you all can hear from her and how she approaches her work. She currently serves as a lobbyist up in Capitol Hill in those areas, and has really just made huge impacts in the world with her work, and really knows everything that there is to know about networking. That's not just for seniors, that's for anybody. It's an important skill to have. Nothing else, also want you all to meet her. So we'll be putting the schedule together for the summer. We're going to have a lot of fun throughout the summer, so we hope you'll keep joining us. We still have a few more until we get there, but just wanted to tease the fact that right before this, I was driving home, and she agreed to join us and do that. So she'll be with us right after graduation to do a networking session early in May. So join us next week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Tell your friends. We're also going to figure out ways to post the recordings of these up so folks can see them in real public ways and find them. And I hope everyone's doing well. Anything else we need to say, Carson, Rebecca, JR, Kevin? Okay. Well, their emails are in the chat, so if you want to hit them up and ask them some questions. I also recommend, I'll just do a quick side plug. VA Momentum races. When we're back, run them. They support local nonprofits. They're a lot of fun. My favorite ever was the 1K in the winter. It was a race I could get through. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the best shape of my life, but it was really good. I'll note I did walk the middle, but it's fine. But anyway, great time. You'll see a lot of us on those at those races. So again, please enjoy yourselves, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all next week.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Everybody.
Good night. See you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That was super fun.
No,
That was
thank you.
excellent. Thank you.
That was so fun.
We went longer than our half an hour. Shocker. We need a script, clearly, with minutes. But oh well, what are you going to do? So
No,
It,
was
it never
I loved
matters.
it.
It never matters.
No, I know it is. It's so true. Good deal. You guys have a great evening. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
all right. See you all.